Welcome again. We have seen network security, cryptography, some basic part, and some algorithm and keying. So, some of the issues and features related to network security. Now, we will be discussing about internet security. So, security in internet. Under this, mostly we will be having small sessions on VPN, firewall, and in the beginning, before going for VPN and firewall, we need to know about IP security related some basics. So for that purpose, we will be discussing which are the two modes available, then security protocol. So in this first presentation, in part 1 of security in internet, we will be discussing these three things: modes, security protocol, what it is, and then first protocol, that is edge. So one by one we will go through this. Now, as far as the common structure of security protocols, these three security protocols is considered. So you can see in the figure, first we need to create by default message authentication code, that is MAC. That is, then we need to encrypt message and proceed. Minor variations may be there with respect to different protocols like IP, TCP or SMTP or whatever. But the general idea is header of the security protocol, then there will be payload from IP, TCP or SMTP, then MAC and the trailer of security protocol. From the figure we can see clearly that some security parameters, they will be taken care. Several pieces of information and security parameters may be there, and in the secured manner they are to be transferred. So header or trailer of security protocol may or may not be included in the encryption process. Some protocols may need more information in the secured packet. Some of them will not include. So for authentication and encryption and decryption, so we have some algorithms, and accordingly we are proceeding. Um, as if any this protocol must involve infinite number of steps, no doubt, to send secure data. We need to add security parameters. The complexity of these protocols lies not in the way the MAC data are calculated or the way encryption is performed, but basically it depends upon the fact that before calculating that MAC and performing encryption, we need to create set of security parameters between sender and receiver. For example, here in the figure we have mentioned by some pilot names like Alice and Bob conventionally. The main step is we need to send secure data, we need to send security parameters, and the exchange of this particular as a set of security parameters that may be of any length. We can use public key cryptography, and each person can have private key or public key, private public key pair. Number of steps can be reduced to maybe two or three, and maybe even just two. The session keys and the list of algorithms can be sent with the packet but encrypted by using public ciphers, and in the beginning, and in the second step, once the security parameters are established by public key ciphers, then we can go for actual data. The protocols like PGP uses the first approach, that is where we are directly sending secure sessions and algorithms, and the other protocols like IP security protocols especially, and they are using the second one, that is first of all security parameters and then the data. Now, as far as IP security protocols considered, it is a collection of protocols designed by the Internet Engineering Task Force, that is IETF, to provide security for a packet at the network level. So this is the fact. Then here you can see, so transport mode in at actual action when it is So it is IP security layer, then network layer it goes, and from transmitter to receiver, again from network to transport layer back. So this is the mechanism. Then there is another mode, and that is your tunnel mode. So in case of tunnel mode, you can see it protects the entire IP packet. It takes IP packet including the header, applies IP security methods to entire packet and adds new IP header. So here you can see, so it is in tunnel network layer to IP security layer network layer. The new IP header that will be sent has different information as compared to original one. The tunnel mode is normally used between two routers, between host and a router, or between router and a host. So you can have anything. We use the tunnel mode when either the sender or the receiver is not a host. The entire original packet is to be protected from the maybe disturbance between the sender and receiver, and it is as if the whole packet goes through an imaginary tunnel. So this is basically the mechanism. IP secondary in the transport mode does not protect the IP header, it only protects the information coming from the transport layer, whereas IP secondary in the tunnel mode protects the original IP header. This you have to remember. Then in the next part, just we will discuss about mainly two protocols. That is, IP security defines two protocols. One is authentication header protocol, that is AH protocol, and the second one is encapsulating security payload protocol, that is ESP protocol. So in this first presentation, we will have AH protocol. In the second one, we will be having ESP, and then we will go for VPN and firewall. Now, the authentication header protocol is designed to authenticate the source host and to ensure the integrity of the payload carried in the IP packet. The protocol uses hash function and a symmetric key to create message digest. The digest is inserted in the authentication header. AH is placed in the appropriate location based on the mode, whether transport or tunnel mode. When IP datagram carries an authentication header, the original value in the protocol field of IP header is replaced by the value 51.a, the field 51, and the field inside the authentication header, you can see in the diagram, holds the original value of the protocol field. The addition of an authentication header is going to follow as this one in this manner. The authentication header is added to payload with the authentication data field set to 0. Then padding may be added to make the total length even for a particular hashing algorithm. Hashing is based on the total packet. No doubt only those fields of IP header that do not change during transmission are included in the calculation of message digest. The authentication data inserted in the authentication header. It is inserted. The IP header is added after the value of protocol field is changed to 51. So in the figure you can see there is IP header, AH, then transport layer payload and padding, and then there is 8-bit next header, 8-bit payload length and 16-bit reserved, security parameter index, sequence number and authentication data or digest variable length. It is of variable length. So next header, as far as consider, it is 8-bit field, defines the type of payload carried by the IP datagram like TCP or UDP or ICMP or OSPF or what. It has the same function as the protocol field in IP header before encapsulation. The process copies the value of process field in the IP datagram to this field. The value of the protocol field in the new IP datagram is now 51 to show that the packet carries an authentication header. Now there will be payload length. The name of this 8-bit field is a little bit confusing because it does not define the length of the payload. It defines the length of the authentication header in 4-byte multiples, but it does not include the first 8 bytes. Then there comes security parameter index. So this is 8-bit field. security parameter index, 32-bit security parameter index field, virtual circuit identifier, and is the same for all packets sent during connection called security association. Then there is a sequence number. So it is a 32-bit sequence number ordering information for providing. It is providing the ordering information for the sequence of datagrams. The sequence numbers prevent a playback. Note that here you have to remember that sequence number is not repeated even if the packet is retransmitted. The sequence number does not wrap around after it reaches 2 raised to 32. A new connection must be established. Then there is authentication data. The authentication data field is the result of applying hash function to the entire IP datagram except for the fields that are changed during the transit. So altogether, as far as AH protocol is considered, this provides source authentication and data integrity, but not the privacy. Now, in the second part, we will talk about uh, encapsulating security protocol, that is ESP. Thank you.